Max Stank was first.
Max Stank. Easy first. Get good. True. Alright, me when I start stream late because I was in Chris's chat trying to teach him the things, but he got to Moog too slow. I wanted to teach him the Moog one cycle, but I was like, this is too late. I have to just start upstream. I can't be this late. Truly absurd. Truly, truly absurd. Okay, then I also need this open. Late because I had to teach Chris. Yep. To teach faster. Well, he's a slow learner. Yeah, so, you know, sometimes you try and you do your best. Hey, on time. Definitely on time. Not my fault he keeps dying to Radon. Exactly. Exactly. Now, see, you get it. But also, because I'm gonna forget again for another day, and then put it off for another day, I'm gonna do something spontaneous. And then deal with actually making it work later. I'm gonna add ourselves a new mod right now. A mod who last night passed the mod test of being helpful in stream, writing things down, and making sure that I didn't forget them. That's right. It's at Quenter123. Congratulations. New mod. I'll fill you in on the mod stuff after stream, I guess, or whatever. But yippee! Almost had to go to bed without a Mirror stream, but the night was saved. Let's go. You mean stream mod? Yeah. Yeah. Moderator. Yes. Congrats. Classic not telling anything to the new mod. Well, see, that's, you know, figure that out after stream. It's fine. Oh, new mod, why not you? See, because the thing is, we don't actually want every emote to be horny. It's actually not a goal of the emotes. So, trying to keep some of them, you know, regular. Gonna turn a chatter into an Elden Ring mod. No! First time I hear that. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's practice, Moog. One cycle, so that if Chris needs help on it, we can help him. We can be prepped. Scott here, we're already rioting. Yep. Apparently. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, We might be one hit off, but we'll see. It might still work. Not one hit off. The coming of our dynasty. Mitch win. Did that to you too? The not saying rules, etc. Somewhere in the mod channel. Oh, look, it's more interesting if the mods just get, you know, suddenly appointed. It's like you never know. You never know what could happen at any given time. Swidey says he can disprove something that I proved. Okay. Look, I proved something. Look. Hold. Slight side tangent from what we're currently doing. I proved something today. Because Parky said she was sure of something. I said I was sure of the opposite. So I went and I did a test myself. This is a test, right? This is science. Science. Hello, this is to prove that you do not take more fall damage from jumping if you go off of a ledge. It is, in fact, just the difference of height of whether if you slip off, then you will leave from slightly lower, whereas if you jump off, you will jump before slipping down, and that's why you take more damage. So here we have... So what test do you think you could do to prove such a thing? Whether the difference in fall damage taken, because everyone knows if you jump off of this, you die, and if you walk off of it, you live. This is a known fact. If you jump off, you die. If you slip off, you live. And so everyone said, this must mean jumping means you take more damage, right? That was the conclusion everyone came to. But I said, no. Such is not the case. Watch how I prove it. A fall that is barely not lethal if you walk off. Walk off, live. You can see. How much health? 958. You then get put down to 958 health. But is barely lethal if you were to jump off. I have no death on, so I'm not going to die, but you can see you would go to 0 health. But if I can time it just right and jump at the very lip as you are slipping down, then I will not die. Missed it. Missed it. That was, I believe, too early. Yep, still lethal. You'll kind of see the character, like, slip down for 1 frame before I get the jump if I do it right. No, I think I missed it. I think it was too early still. Yep. And then watch this. Maybe? Got it. There you go. Living! Living! All I needed was to be slipping down for 1 frame before I jumped, and then I live. Oh. And you can see 961. Look, even with slightly higher health, I took even slightly less damage than I did by slipping off. So therefore, proven The only difference in fall damage that you take from jumping off of a ledge versus walking off is the 1 frame of slipping that happens. It's not the act of jumping, it's only that when you walk off of something, you slip down slightly lower, and so you drop from a slightly lower place. Proven, jumping has no effect. How'd you come up with this? Well, this was the exact jump that was being talked about for whether or not jumping makes a difference. Would there be a difference of running jump versus normal jump? I mean, I suppose theoretically, but like, no. It'd be the same thing. You'd just get a delayed jump. You'd get a coyote time jump. So where is this useful? It isn't. It's only to prove the point that jumping is not, has no effect on whether you die or not. That is the only thing that it is to prove. That on foot, not on torrent, torrent could act differently. On foot, jumping does not increase the fall damage you take. That is the only thing to prove. On foot, jumping does not increase the fall damage you take. And that point, I think, is well proven. People, torrent does change things. Yeah, I think torrent does change things. Time to go test with torrent? That would be a lot harder, but still possible. You could do that. This was the one specific jump in question that it was said, oh yeah, jumping makes you take more damage because you jump higher, and then you jump and then you're falling more because you jump higher. And it's like, no, that's not how Elden Ring's fall damage works. And I just wanted to prove the calculation of how Elden Ring's fall damage works is that it does not matter whether you jump or not. It only matters where you leave from. And this is now a proven point. At least I would say proven point. Swed says he can disprove it. Swed says he can disprove it. If it's on torrent, maybe. I could totally see it being different on torrent. If it's, I don't know, maybe if it's sprint jump, maybe theoretically there could be a difference. I don't know, but I kind of doubt it. But yo, Dan Jones, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Backstep should be the same as walking off. Not necessarily. Because the backstep could skip the slipping off part. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that 6? It is. 1. Four. 5, 6. That's the only problem, is missing that one hit. And now we're gonna be way off. Honestly, not that far off, but not far off enough that we don't get it. Bonk. Still pretty fast 2 cycle. Surprisingly close, yeah. I mean, it's always gonna be close because this is a good semi-script. Mitch win. Backstep should be, yeah. Isn't the damage calculation simply based on the difference between your last grounded position and your new Y position? Yes, exactly. That's what I meant to prove. That the only difference is based on the difference between your positions. not based on whether you jump or not. I think if you double jump on Torrent, that is not the case. Specifically double jumping on Torrent, but yeah, I haven't tested very much for double jumping on Torrent, but I believe that people have said if you double jump higher than where you started on Torrent, it will count that new double jump position as a new highest, or as a new starting position. Which is weird, because if it's lower, it doesn't count as a new starting position lower, but apparently if it's higher, it counts as a new starting position higher, apparently. So I don't know. That makes sense? I mean, yes, but also no. So the place that it would probably be easiest to test this is South Raya Lucaria Gate. So there's this jump right here that you can do, where if you're right up against this, and you go jump, and then double jump late, you live. But if I warp back... If it was lower, you could double jump last second and live, which is why they didn't make it that. Yeah, I know that, but why would they make it where if you double jump higher, it sets your position higher? That part seems silly to me. Whereas if I get to the same spot and I immediately double jump, well, then I don't make it, so that's not going to work. Maybe I can't test it here then, because if you double jump early, you just don't have the distance. Wait. I think there's another spot right here where I can test it. I think I can test it right over here, I think. Where if you're at the corner and you just jump down, you live. What if I double jump down, though? An interesting design choice, yeah. I might still live with double jump. I'm not sure this one will be far enough to show the difference, but let's see. If I go to the same spot, look out that way, and immediately double jump, I do die, yeah. So double jumping on Torrent is the exception. Yeah, so double jumping on Torrent is the exception, but otherwise jumping versus walking off does not seem to make a difference. I don't know if there's somewhere I could test with Torrent. Oh, isn't there a spot in, like, Weeping where people do jump off versus double jump or something? I don't know. Or versus jump off? I don't know. Didn't get a Discord notification. I mean, there is a Discord at Notification Bunch. I don't know why it didn't notify you. Because I definitely made a post. Okay, anyway, back to the Moog one cycling. Okay, you're being a bit rude. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna get ticked there. 3.
Good luck, man.
4. 5. 6. 2. 7. 1. 2. 3. 4. 6. Unlucky. Yeah, and then too much damage by a single throwing dagger. You can't do a throwing dagger, otherwise the entire thing gets messed up. This is so sad. Aw, and then it went weirdly sideways because of the weird positioning. That's so sad. Is one going to be passing the controller back and forth or online, or how do you know you'll have this weapon? Well, it's not randomized, so I'll always have this weapon because it's not randomized. It's 4 separate people playing regular Elden Ring. I know! A weird concept. Playing Elden Ring completely normally. No mods or anything. We're just playing Elden Ring. 1. 3. 4. 5. 6. 4. 5. Missed. But that's okay. No reduced smithing? I know, that's why we can't use chicken wing. If there was reduced smithing, maybe we could have.
I can see it.
As clear as day. The coming of our dynasty. Mitch win. Yippee. I still want to see you play Hades too. Yeah, I haven't played it at all yet. I mean, it does look fun. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Come on. Easy one cycle.
As clear as day.
Coming of our dynasty. Mitch win. Yippee! And that was even with a missed wild strike, and I had to make it up by doing an extra headshot. So, yeah. Oh, and then we get Comcasted right after. Oh, Jump King quest. That game did look interesting. One. Two. Three. Unforge. Yeah.
Is mine and mine.
His stagger was gonna reset no matter what, so I was screwed. He did blood into too long of a combo without a time to attack in between. So no matter what happened, I could not possibly win there. Is there any donation incentive for the run? We don't have one currently. We've been trying to think of one. The only one that has been suggested so far that I like is each of us pick a boss to do blindfolded, and then if it's met, we would have 4 simultaneous blindfolded fights going on. 1. 2. But, you know, that is more of a me thing than, like, the whole group of, like, not everybody has done blindfolded stuff. Chris has done some. 3. 4. 5. 6. I mean, Aggie has also done some blindfolded stuff. I'm not sure Josh ever has, or ever will or would, too. 4, 5. 6. This one should work very easily. Yep.
I can see it. As clear as day.
The coming of our dynasty. Mitch win. Yippee. I do sleep blindfolded, the hardest of tasks. True. Just use see-through blindfolds. Duh. Oh, of course. But I think that'd be really cool. Like seeing 4 people all put on a blindfold, step into a fight, and then hopefully all 4 beat it. I mean, but even if only 3 of us beat our bosses blindfolded, honestly, even if only 2 of us beat our bosses blindfolded, I feel like that would still be pretty cool. Then we could like sit and wait for like the last people to do it or whatever, and we could cheer them on, and you know, not cheer them on too loud because they need to be able to hear, but I think that could be cool. What's the structure of this? You each do approximately 54 bosses. Yes. Well, it would be approximately 52, except that we have repeats. And I actually only end up doing about 40 because DLC bosses take much longer. So that means Josh and Aggie are closer to like 60 bosses each, with Chris being around 50 because he spends half his time in the DLC, which is slower, and half his time in the base game, which is faster. So it's the approximate breakdown is 60, 60, 50, 40. In a very approximate sense. I don't know exactly how many we each do, but... Yo, GG's, guys. All right. What else to practice? Let's make sure. Honestly, I feel like the Radon is super easy, but always good. Like, if I get in... No, you know who I should practice? Where is he in the list? Rakshasa is who I should practice. It's right after Hippo. It's Gaius, then Hippo, then Rakshasa. Red Bear, Bear? Nah, that one's not too bad. Won't Chris be joining for duo? Whenever he's done, he needs to practice through Moog. That's the part that's really scary and you could actually get stuck on for 20 minutes. So we don't want him to just get stuck for 20 minutes. So he's practicing up to that point, and then... Do I have Ritual Sword here over Sword Seal? I guess I do. Whatever. He's doing Moog now. Yeah, so once he feels comfy with that, we'll probably be ready. Honestly, Gaius isn't that bad to practice either, because I have to get that deflect or else I just die. Yep. The hitbox on the boar is quite strange, so good one to practice. It does not hit when you would expect it to. What? My riposte? Okay, anyway. Now let's go to Hippo, then we'll go to Rakshasa, and then at Rakshasa, I need to practice. Because it's tough. If you miss a single deflect, you're probably just dead. I could also see if I can do the crouch R1 strat, which I don't know if it would be better than doing the guard counter strat. Bearman, parentheses, red. Yep. Bear, parentheses, bear. Yep. Might as well make a quick save at Hippo since I don't have one yet. New folder. A, B, 4, P, S, G, D, Q. I don't know what this number is. 10-ish. Hippo. Oh, it's exactly 10. I guessed and got it right. Gaius was 9. Yippee! Yeah, so anyway, hard fight. That insta staggers? It does if you have deflecting hard tier plus plus stone barb crack tier that makes stance break easier. Whew, close call. Yeah, almost died there. Real close. And then I think here I spend my level up points, not really because I need to right now, but just because I don't want to have to worry about the runes in Rakshasa. Let's just say if I lose the 12k, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Oh, don't do this if I'm making a save. Don't drink my flask before I have made the save. Silly goose. I can't do that. Your goose cannot be so silly. It's the Bloodborne remake trailer on State of Play. Gonna go watch right now. Yeah. Yeah, it was such a good trailer. The Bloodborne remake trailer. Really gave me hope. And I can't believe they're not only gonna release it on PC, but also on Switch and Xbox, and also on smart fridges, and also any console ever made in the future, or in alternate timelines. I can't believe it. You know, I thought Sony was gonna keep it to the PlayStation 5, but no, they said they're releasing it everywhere. Can't believe it. What about calculator? Well, yeah, but you need, like, a TI 85 isn't gonna cover it. You gotta have at least, like, a TI, like, 170, you know? But then, yeah. Then they're releasing it. AB4P SGDQ 11 Rakshasa. Miracle, they got it to work for the Atari 2600. Wow. These 40 runes you got by running back there again affect LeBron's legacy. Wait, maybe this does work. Why did I think this didn't work? That sure looked like it worked. Let me do it again. Maybe I just wanted to have more fun with it. Maybe I just thought the guard counters were more fun. Yep, turn your brain off. I don't know, that seems to just work. I swear there was some reason this didn't work, but no, it just works. Really like the guard counter's flashiness. I do like the guard counter's flashiness. Yo, what up, Desha? Where's the hard boss? Yeah, we're kind of embarrassing her. Yeah, well, I guess that's the strat. Yeah. New mod, yep. Quenter. Deserved, yep. Quenter was very helpful yesterday in keeping track of all the changes I needed to make with the splits, and you know, that was deserving. That's all it takes. Simply be a helpful chatter. And also